Outreach Foundation. I'm Amy Petrenko, and I'm on the board of trustees. We're on a trip to Turkey, seeing the 7 churches of Revelation. And I have a friend here with me.
Hi, I'm Jill Hallman. I'm a member of First Presbyterian Church of Mooresville. I'm on the mission committee with my dear friend Amy. And so we are here to explore and see what Turkey's all about. It's been an incredible week here in Turkey. It's been just a big pleasant surprise.
So we got to meet some of our partners who came into Turkey to visit us. And it has been a pleasure to see how they are so similar to the first church right after Jesus was crucified. We see how the ruins of the ancient world showed us that it was very hard for the Christians. And these people that we met are going through the same thing. What did you think about all of that, Jill?
I agree completely. I think the folks that we met, the struggles they have, we take so much for granted in our faith and in our country that they don't have the liberties that we have and cannot practice their faith openly like we can. And it gave me great appreciation for the freedom that we have in our country to be Christians and fellowship with other Christians and speak about our faith openly. That's a huge blessing that I didn't realize how much we took for granted.
What was so surprising to me was to see that they were these new partners or friends that I had never met before, I felt so close to, because they were sharing their frustrations, sharing that they were trying to help people in their country, just like we do in our country. We want to make sure that people feel hope, they feel love, they feel that there's people that care for them, and it was just a pleasure. So Jill, what was something that you saw that really made a huge impression on you from any of these ancient ruins that you saw?
Oh, well, today when we were in Laodicea, I had no idea that these cities were so huge. And to even fathom the way they lived thousands of years ago, hundreds to thousands of years ago, is mind-blowing. Life was hard. It had to have been very hard. They didn't have any of the amenities and the luxuries that we have now, but yet they lived in a beautiful part of the world. And I'm sure they were happy, just as we're happy, just things were just different. And it was just fascinating to see the role that God has played in all of this and how he has brought the church from a few people meeting in house churches to now the amount of Christians in the world. It's mind-blowing.
So what was so amazing to me was to see why Jesus said certain words in Scripture, where we see where we are at the moment, where there was hot water coming from the mountain down the hill to Laodicea on one side and cold water coming down to Laodicea on the other. And we see that Scripture's telling us that the Christians, we didn't want them to be lukewarm. And we're like, wow, I get it now. It didn't make sense to me before.
There were lots of things like that we've learned on this trip. Lots of things. Our guide is phenomenal, and he gives us the language explanation of all of everything and explains. And I've just learned so much about how things are called what they're called based on thousands of years of history. It's all been incredibly interesting.
Thanks for praying for us. Thanks for following us. And God bless you for considering everything that we're doing and watching what we're doing.